trust, we overcome. Take every chain that kept us slaves and throw them off. We're not waiting for permission, we defy our inhibition. Like our middle name is fearless, unafraid. If we're gonna fly, we fly like eagles, arms out wide. If we're gonna fear, we fear no evil. We will rise. I am power.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Rocky Railway. Woo! All right, real quick before we get started, if your crew has an extra youth helper, they need your help out there. So if you have an extra youth helper, go out there and help Karen and Paige. So I am Andrew.
And I'm Kaylee. And we are going to start every day right here in the sanctuary, singing and dancing and learning more about Jesus.
So let's start today off by standing up and singing an awesome song about Jesus' power pulling us through. It's going to be our theme song for the week.
Stand
so
up.
Let's get excited. Stand
Woo!
up, get on your feet, and let's go. All right.
We're singing Your Power Will Pull Us Through.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole, and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you.
Woo! Great job, guys. That was
Alrighty.
amazing.
So, we are imagining what it would be like to journey on a steam train through the Rocky Mountains. The beautiful Rocky Mountains. Look at all of this. Isn't this so cool? So, a long time ago, trains were the fastest way to travel. And they went all the way through, all over the place. And even when you had to go up a big hill or go all across the country. Not many people ride steam trains like this one anymore. So, have you ridden on a train, Andrew?
I rode on a train when I was in Europe. They don't really have a lot of cars, so you got to ride trains everywhere. It's really cool.
That's pretty cool. And sometimes trains can be like, kind of like a roller coaster too, if you've ever been on one of those. So steam trains get their power from a steam engine. So imagine a steam engine a little bit like this tea kettle. When it gets really, really, really hot, steam will escape out of here. Isn't that cool? And then it will go out, and that's how it powers that train to go super far and super fast. So that's pretty cool, huh? Inventors figured out a way to put the steam and turn it to power. Enough power for a train to pull thousands and thousands of pounds over tall, tall Rocky Mountains. Trains have the power to cross miles and miles, carrying things for people who need them. So huddle up with your crew and talk about what you would want to put on your train and where you would want it to go. We're going to give you some time to talk in your crews. So what would you put on your train? Talk to your crews. Talk to your friends around you.
What would you want to take?
What would you put it?
And where would you want to take it? There's some pretty cool things you could take a lot of places.
Some good things.
No. All right, guys, when you hear that sound, that means we're focusing back up here.
All right, so it would take a lot of power to get all the things you guys talked about across the whole country. And this week, we're going to learn about a special kind of power that you and I do have. We have Jesus' power right here, ready to help us do important and hard things.
That's really cool. Like, when I think of power, we're talking about trains, but a lot of time when I think of power, I think of like a superhero. They have a lot of superpowers. What are some superpowers that you think are really, really cool? I want to hear some.
Strong.
That's a really cool superpower. Any others?
Flying. I heard flying.
That's really cool. Oh, super speed. Yeah, that's really cool. There are a lot of cool, really cool superpowers out there. Another thing that we think of when we think of power is like really big muscles, yeah? So I want everybody to stand up and show me your best muscle man pose. Oh, look at that. Look at
that guy. Look at him.
Oh, that's some strong muscles right there. Oh, man, look at those strong muscles right there. Oh, gee whiz, those are huge muscles. With your muscle t-shirt and everything. That's nice. That's cool. Really good job, guys. So strong muscles. Dabbing back there, that's pretty strong.
Oh.
Strong muscles and superpowers, those are what we usually think of when we hear like the word power. We usually think of these strong muscles or superpowers, but God has more power than either one of those. God has more power than muscles or superpowers or anything. God has the power to create mountains. God has the power to create oceans. God has the power to love and to forgive. God has even more power than death.
Whoa.
Than death itself. God has so much power, and Jesus is God's own son, and so he has all of those powers too. This week we'll be talking about all the ways we can trust Jesus and trust that Jesus has the power to help us through anything. Has the power to help us through anything, and later this week we'll be even learning about the power of Jesus' blood. So let's stand up and sing a song about that power in Jesus' blood. We're going to sing Power in the Blood. So, get up. There we go.
Oh, oh, oh.
Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily his praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious blood of the Lamb. Oh, oh, oh. Would you do service for Jesus, your King? There's power in the blood, power in the blood. Would you live daily his praises to sing? There's wonderful power in the blood. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the precious
precious blood of the Lamb. Oh, oh, oh.
Woo! Good job, guys. That was amazing.
All right, guys, have a seat. Each day, we're going to learn a Bible point in here, an important truth about what the Bible wants us to remember. Today, we're going to explore Jesus' power helps us do hard things, and that's our Bible point. So today, whenever you hear someone say, Jesus' power helps us do hard things, you're going to say, trust Jesus. So you're going to pull your arm up and down like you're pulling on a train whistle, okay? So we're going to practice a few times. Are you guys ready? Okay, Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
All right, I feel like you guys got that down. Very good. So we need to hang on to Jesus' power to pull us through when things get tough.
That's awesome. So the Bible verse we're looking at today says, "For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength." Now, Christ is just another word that Jesus uses as one of his names. So that means that Jesus can help us do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
He gives us the strength and the power to go through sadness and through confusion and through mad feelings.
So another thing we're going to do all week long is we're going to get to know some of our Bible memory buddies. You see all these animals up here? We're going to get to meet them, and they're going to help us teach us something about God. So today, let's take a look at our first Bible memory buddy.
Hey there, friends. Glad you're all on board for a rambunctious week of faith and fun at Rocky Railway. I'm Ramsey, a bighorn sheep. Can you guess why? Okay, that was too easy. Check out these cool, curvy horns God gave me. Ram's horns can weigh up to 30 pounds. That's as much as some of our littlest preschool buddies. Wow! My horns have to be tough because we male sheep use them to keep other rams out of our territory. People who study rams say we can run into each other at 20 to 40 miles per hour. Bam! You can hear that sound for miles. Me and my herd hang out all over the majestic, massive Rocky Mountains. The Rocky Mountains rock! If you head up to find me, strap on your hiking boots. Sometimes my herd grazes in an alpine meadow. 'Cause that's where the good stuff is. Wow, good! But the meadow makes us an easy target for predators. So we also like to climb way up those crazy cliffs. We sheep like it steep. Me and my family can hang out on a little teeny tiny ledge that's only a few inches wide. Animals like bears or coyotes can't bother us here. Whew! And check out the view! God made us just right for staying safe in those hard, rocky places. My hooves are split and have a rough skin on the bottom that grips tight to the rugged rocks. Plus, I've got excellent eyesight. No glasses for me. It may sound like climbing these cliffs and balancing on jagged ledges is hard to do, but God has given me everything I need to live here. Find food and keep my family safe. I've heard that you sometimes have to do hard things too. When there's a bully at school, maybe you feel like you're in a rough, rocky place. You may not be balanced on a cliff ledge like me, but maybe you have to balance homework, chores, sports, music, and friendships. That sounds hard. Maybe coming here today and making new friends even feels like a hard thing for you. But did you know you don't face those hard things alone? No way! Jesus is right beside you. Yep, even right now. He gives you his power to climb through those mountains of worry and get through any rough stuff you gotta do. The Bible powers you up with this truth. For I can do everything through Christ who gives me strength. That means you don't have to have your own power to do hard things. Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
Okay, guys, so this week when you guys see Ramsey, he's going to help us remember that Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
All
So,
right.
this might be the time for this one, but last night I heard some commotion. There was some weird sounds going on about like some rock slides in the rail yard. Did you hear anything about that?
Yeah, I heard, but I don't really know much about it. Maybe we can find someone who can tell us about it. Oh,
Can you?
excuse me, do you work here?
Friend, do I work here? Friend, I've been living on the railroad all the live long day. In fact, I don't just work here, I drive the train.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, I just happen to be an engineer.
Wow. An engineer, what's your name?
My name is Cam Track. Pleased to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Kaylee.
I'm Andrew.
Oh, well, how do you do?
Well, with a name like Cam Track, you must really love trains.
Oh, when you know trains like I do, they become a part of you.
That is pretty deep. Well, my friends and I heard something about a rock slide.
Oh, you heard right. A whole bunch of boulders came tumbling down, and we're supposed to have a train coming down the mountain today.
Oh, well, that could really cause some problems, don't you
That
think?
sounds really bad.
It can. In fact, my crew and I are planning on moving these boulders, but I'm here, so I think I'm probably just going to take care of it myself.
Oh.
Oh.
So you really think you're strong enough to lift a massive boulder?
Friend, I don't think I know.
Well,
Oh.
So
Ooh.
maybe you could practice on that rock right there.
Easy peasy.
Okay.
Stand back. It could get dangerous.
You got it.
You got this.
That was my warm-up. Hang on.
Lift with your legs.
Good idea. That way you don't throw out the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't do it.
Oh.
It's just too hard.
Well, Cam, it's funny you should say that, actually, because all my friends in here today, we're learning that Jesus' power helps us do hard things.
Trust Jesus.
We all have to do hard things, Cam. You know, sometimes we have to do things like take a really hard test at school, or stand up to someone who's being really mean,
Careful there.
or being there for someone who's sick,
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
or, you know, maybe having to say goodbye to a friend that moved away.
Not another one. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? We already established I'm not that strong.
Okay, well, none of us is strong enough. None of us is strong enough to carry everything on our own, but guess what? We have a friend who does know how. It's Jesus. Jesus' power is powerful in every way, and he can help us with things that are hard on the outside and on the inside too. And he helps us share the load.
Interesting. This Jesus sounds like a good friend to have.
He is.
Interesting. Oh, I'll be dwelling on that. I'm going to go keep trying to get these boulders off the track with my crew, but maybe Jesus will give me a good idea on how to do it.
That's true. And when we're done with our friends here, we'll come and give you a hand, okay?
That would be greatly appreciated. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye,
Cam.
Cam.
Bye.
Cam. All right, guys, we're going to end up and sing one last song, Everywhere I Go. So stand up, and we're going to sing a song to remember how Jesus' power is always with us everywhere
Wherever.
we go. All right, get ready.
Stand on up. Stand up.
on up.
Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my hope, come what may, where I go with you. Where I go with you. There's a spirit I cannot contain. There's a spirit I cannot contain. The same power that raised Jesus out from the grave, the same spirit I cannot contain. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my hope, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go, where I go with you.
Dance around.
Where I go with you. Breath upon these bones, your fire in my soul, your kingdom is my home, and I don't walk alone. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my hope, come what may. Where I go with you. Everywhere I go on this road, high and low, where I go with you. So I won't be afraid, this my hope, come what may. Where I go with you. Where I go with you. Where I go with you.
All right, you guys, have a great day. You guys are dismissed to your next place you're going. Please follow your leaders, and we will see you guys back here at the end of your day. Bye,
Have a great day, guys. Bye. Bye.